Welcome to another InWheelTime podcast. Hello, everybody, and a pleasant Saturday morning to you, and welcome to the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Coming up, a preview of the Bastrop Cruisers car show. Later in Jeff's car culture, the good old days of buying a car.
Oh, yeah. Let's look at them Maronis.
And Mars has 5 sport cars to take on a fall road trip with somebody that you really, really like a lot.
All right.
Howdy. Along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zeke and Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad that you could join us, be with us on this Saturday for our live show. If you're listening, watching on a podcast, well, thanks to you too.
Yeah, and let us know how you like the new backgrounds. And if you have a background that you're interested in having seen, send it to info@inwheeltime.com. Mike will check it out. He'll go through all the criteria, and we'll load it up and see what we can do. It could be a picture of your car or a neighbor's car or your first car.
You could feature somebody's car.
Feature somebody's car in the background here. Even on,
right outside here.
Yeah.
Right out the window.
Right there. I think we need to wash our window. There's a spot right there.
There's a spot.
Need to get the vacuum out.
Well, we've really had a good time with the commercial for the Bastrop Car Cruisers car show, and we didn't have anything to do with the commercial, but we sure do enjoy it, and it's tons of fun. And so, thank you to Neil Jones and Bill Zelag, Bastrop Car Cruisers, gentlemen. Are you in position now?
Yes, sir. Yes, we are.
All right. You got your ears on, good buddy?
Yeah, we're all set, man.
Okay. Well, it's good to have you guys with us. And so we've all been listening and having a good time. Who did the commercial?
Gil. Gil did our commercial. He's a club member, and he did a good job with it. It shows at the local movie theater. And it's been a good way to promote the show.
Well, it certainly has, and we've thoroughly enjoyed it. It makes me want to get out of the chair and go there right now, but it's not till when.
That's not his normal voice. He's kind of a part-time, you might say,
DJ,
actor. He does like local theater and stuff like that. He does lots of things like that, and he's full of energy, that's for sure.
All right. Yeah, we definitely enjoy that. Well, so let's talk about the Bastrop Car Cruisers car show.
So it goes over 2 days. We have a cruise in, which is Friday, November 7th. And that's where you can bring your cars. You can park down on Main Street and just go through the lots of businesses we have downtown, get something to eat. And then Saturday is our big show, and that's November 8th. And that starts at, we start parking cars at 7 o'clock, usually 7:30. Usually the public.
Don't get there early. By God, you'll get a ticket.
Yeah, we're early there enough. We're always there at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, we know all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and usually the crowds start coming in around 10 o'clock. That's when we really kick off the event after we park all the cars. We park along the street, so we're taking over all of Main Street in Bastrop and then some of the surrounding streets all the way to the courthouse.
How big is the city of Bastrop?
Yep, city of Bastrop.
How big is the city of Bastrop?
Population-wise, in the city is probably now close to 12,000 people.
Really? That much? Oh, my God.
In the surrounding area, it's much more. It's kind of the hub for Bastrop County.
Well, it's funny because going to the hill country, that's kind of your way to go.
Yeah, you got to go through this beautiful part of the country.
Yeah,
too.
And I remember going through there and getting bogged down in the 2-lane street that went right through the middle of town. That's now a danged highway.
Yeah.
But, always a good time in Bastrop. And you always stop there, whether you needed to or not, get something to eat, get something to drink.
Yeah.
And,
take a break.
Bastrop was a stop along the way. Now it's a destination.
Yeah. How many?
It's kind of interesting, not to interrupt you, but many people, kind of like you're talking, they drive on 71. Of course, now we got Buc-ee's there too, and they drive past and they say, "Yeah, I've passed by Bastrop a lot," and then they come downtown, like for our car show, and we've got 30 restaurants all within walking distance of downtown.
Wow.
We have all kinds of neat boutiques. Obviously, the city is really growing. We have a great museum for anyone who's coming to the show as spectators or obviously the participants. It has a history of Camp Swift, and Bastrop played a very large part in because Camp Swift was the main training place for World War II, and obviously the city of Bastrop, the residents kind of adopted many of those soldiers, and we had a theater and all that. But there's a great exhibit there. There's an exhibit about the tragic fires in 2011 that we had in Bastrop.
Right.
And all kinds of restaurants. Really a lot to do downtown. We're going to have a kids area at the car show. So it's really a family event,
Let me ask you about the fires. How are things coming back? I know last time I went through there, you can still see the damage that the fire had left. It's like a scar. But I see a lot of greenery, and I see trees growing again, and things are coming back.
Well, fortunately, we had another fire after that. It was a lot smaller. But yeah, for the most part, all the trees are really coming back, and they've done a good job at repopulating the forest with trees. A lot of volunteers went out there and replanted, and so you're really starting to see the tree line come back again, which is good.
Some of them are, I would say, at least 18, 20 feet tall now.
Yeah, wow, time flies.
How many cars do you anticipate at this event?
We have a limit of 400 cars. We believe we're really close or on par with 400 cars. The city, with the way the city's laid out and how we take over downtown, that's just a hard number that we have to stay within.
2 days ago, we filled up already. 400 cars were already registered.
Wow.
So if I wanted to bring the Corvette and I'm not registered, what do I do?
We
Suck it up and stay home.
Parking lots around the show.
Lots of parking on the street and everything. So there are, obviously it's a very busy time because it's probably the largest event in Bastrop each year. All the businesses say that it's their best day, whether it's a bar or a restaurant. We have a distillery downtown, a cigar place, lots of boutiques for the ladies and things like that.
And the museum for veterans is free the day of the show. So if anyone wants to check out the museum.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, veterans free. For veterans families. But all the time, we actually donate money to the museum so they can allow veterans to have no cost for admission for veterans all year long.
That's
very nice.
So we use their facility as kind of our judging headquarters and everything right there by the DJ on the corner.
Well, that was one of my questions. Is this a judged show?
Yes, it's judged, and we have different categories.
33 classes.
Yeah, 33 classes that we judge.
Wow, 33 classes, 400 cars. Chances are pretty good somebody's going to win a trophy in every class.
It's kind of unique, and we usually get a high quality of vehicles there because we actually do judge by class. When the cars park, we put numbers under the cars, like 1 to 200 on one side of Chestnut and 200 to 400 on the other side of Chestnut. So if you're judging, let's say the Tri-5 Chevys, and we got 8 or 10 or 12 Tri-5 Chevys in there, the same 2 or 3 judges will find those cars by the spot and judge those same cars. So it's very fair. Whether you're a more strict judge or whether you're lenient, you're going to be judged by the same vehicles in your class will all be judged by the same people.
Is there an age limit to the cars?
No.
So you could have a new car in there if you wanted.
Yeah, we do, but we make sure that the new cars are by themselves. We don't judge like a 2022 against a 2019 or like say an older car. So we do put the new cars and trucks all in a separate class.
Yeah, so you classify them not only by make, model, all that sort of stuff, but you also classify them by years, I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
And none of the club cars, our club cars, are in the show. So you're not participating against us.
I was going to say, because you guys are working the dang show. Who's got time to fiddle with your own car when you're working it?
So we do have our cars at the show, but they're in a separate section. And the participants of the show can actually judge us.
Yeah, they vote for us, and we do have some awards, but it's completely separate.
Now, that's cool. I've never heard that before, but that's a great idea. Why not?
Cool.
Yeah. So it's really kind of like a People's Choice Award for your cars.
Right.
Yeah. I love that. Do you have anybody how many people are in your club?
I would say 140.
Yes.
140.
So what? 100 cars.
No, well, because
we limit our cars.
yeah, so because most people are working or driving their trucks and stuff like that, we normally have about 35 or 40 of our cars on display.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, sure, of course.
But
And
that's a great way to get your spectators involved in the show as well.
Exactly right. Yeah.
yeah, well, I love that aspect of it. So, and between the 400 registered cars that are going to be in the show, your show, where are your cars located?
They're over by the courthouse. We have a designated lot, and we have signs up showing where our cars are at.
And our cars would have a different placard on it too.
Yeah, so in other words, you're closer to the police department where you should be.
Yeah.
Well, at least the jail, but the police department.
The jail, that's it.
We're close to the jail.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm just teasing, but
Right.
yeah, but how fun. Yeah. So, and I assume that the city's on alert for all you hot rodders that are going to be piling in over there that weekend.
Yes, yeah, we'll have police officers on site for the show, and they do give us some liberties, not much, but we get a few.
But Neil's kind of the main. Well, he's our car show chairman, head chairman, our primary chairman, and he works with the city. Matter of fact, this past week we had a meeting with the city, police department, fire department, all the streets and sanitation to put up the barricades because it's hard to control, and we try to park at least the first 200 or 300 cars. We try to get those parked within the first hour or two, and that's because we're backing the cars in, and so it's very time consuming. We've got quite a few people that help park the cars.
Listen, I've been involved in car shows for a long time, and listen, you think, oh well, this is just a car show, no big deal. Oh no, it's a big deal for those that are working it and organizing it and getting it all together. I would imagine that you guys have probably been working on this for close to a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year. We've had a couple meetings with the city, and then a lot of communications back and forth, and we really couldn't put it on without their help. I mean,
What year? When did this show start?
This is the 19th year. It wasn't always downtown, but I would say at least 15 of the years were downtown. Our club is actually now celebrated its 25th year. I guess this show was downtown because this is the downtown show, but the club actually had a show off site for the few years before that. So, but the other thing that's really critical to the success of the show, and even though it is a car show, it's more importantly honoring our veterans. That's our key thing. We normally raise $50,000 or so from this event, and 80% of that goes to veterans. A certain amount goes to high school automotive scholarships, the food pantry and other local, you might say, organizations that help people. And so there is a veterans march, and Neil can tell you a little more how that goes. But it ends up at the courthouse, and the courthouse actually has a veterans memorial statue or memorial. I don't know, statue, you call it a monument there, and so. Neil, you can talk more about that.
Yeah, the Veteran March starts at 10:30. If you're a veteran, you're at the show, and you want to participate in the march, you need to meet down at the post office. We'll also have bagpipers that will kind of lead the march. ROTC, and we'll come straight down Main Street, and then the police officers will help us cross Chestnut, which we don't close for the event, and then it ends up at the courthouse where we have our veterans ceremony.
It's a very emotional time, kind of like you've seen Honor Flight, where everybody's applauding for the veterans as they walk down the street. And you don't have to be a car show participant, obviously, to be at a veterans march. Any veteran or current military person is welcome to participate.
Well, I have to tell you, and I've been to lots of car shows, so many I can't even begin to count them all. But what I find really attractive about this particular show you guys are putting on there in Bastrop is the small town vibe, and that just doesn't come along that often. Mm-hmm. And there's a certain aura around it that you really I don't know. I'm attracted to it. It reminds me of a small town that I grew up in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And the fact of the matter is that the 4th of July was always the parade. We had the local Army barracks there, and they would all get together and march down there with the high school band and that sort of stuff.
VFWs and things.
Yeah, and it was fun. It was a fun time, and we'd eat sausage sandwiches and wave at all the guys that were marching in the parade. And now it's got a car vibe to it, and it's very attractive to me. And I got a feeling that there are a lot of other people that feel the same way.
Yeah, it's quite successful, as evidenced by the fact that we not only the participants already, we have the full registration, but people look forward to this, and it is highly supported by all the businesses. Businesses downtown and even surrounding areas, and the hotels, obviously, because usually about 30 to 40% of our people are from more than 100 miles away that participate.
Wow,
there you go.
The show.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
obviously you've got the local flavor too. Speaking of flavors, I like the Johnsonville brats myself.
Thank you very much. Yes, Wisconsin made.
I grew up just south of Wisconsin and Chicago area. So
there you go. All right. Yeah.
But anyway, our main sponsor is Craig's Jewelry. They're our presidential sponsor. We have our sponsorships by military names. We have an admiral sponsor, which is the next level down, and that's Covert Chevrolet, one of the largest dealers here, or the largest dealer in Bastrop, and they have many other dealerships in the Austin area, and they do a great job. And we have about 100 other sponsors or donors of goods and services, like for our silent auction. We have door prizes that they donate, and it's just everybody's. I mean, I don't know if we ever said we weren't going to do it. We probably all get shot, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and we'd be the first in line.
Send you to Brig.
Neil, Bill, it's great to talk to you guys. Good luck. What's the date again?
It's November 7th and 8th.
All right.
And some people aren't confused. If you are entered in the show, you come on Friday, but you got to move your cars. Well, some people think they could park overnight and then save their space, but we have a process, and the streets close off like at 4 o'clock in the morning, so you have to drive in. We have 2 entrances that go on either side of Chestnut Street. So we really appreciate very much you guys having us on the show the last several years. We appreciate how much you like the show, and we'll look forward to seeing you here sometime whenever you can make it.
You got it.
There you go.
Gentlemen, thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. And y'all best of luck to you, and we'll be in touch. We'll want to get an update.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you. Neil Jones, Bill Zelag, Bastrop Car Cruisers Car Show. Just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture. Good old days of buying a car.
You bet.
Plus, Mars has 5 fall road trips to take in a sport car. I can only imagine. I'm looking forward to this. It's all coming up after this break on the InWheelTime Car Talk Show. Stay with us.
You've waited all summer, and it's finally here. The Tailpipes and Tacos Fall 25 Cruise-In Car Show. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In returns to the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, October 18th. Make any donation to Shirley's Kids and get a free breakfast taco. There'll be mimosas and Bloody Marys, too. Get to the best cruise-in of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, make a donation of any amount, and grab a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. Join the car camaraderie, and your car will automatically compete for one of 3 Chili Pepper trophies at no charge. Fall is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco at Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the cruise-in you won't want to miss. Loopy Tortillas, Tailpipes and Tacos in Katy.
Time to fire up those engines and pay tribute to the folks who make freedom possible. Bastrop's own Heroes in Hot Rods is rolling in for Veterans Day weekend. Friday night, downtown cruise. Saturday, 400 of the coolest rides in Texas. Proceeds help veterans, shelters, food pantries, and scholarships. Sponsored by Craig's Jewelry. November 7th and 8th, Main Street, Bastrop. Don't miss it.
All right. Well, we just talked to the folks there at the Bastrop Cruise. So looking forward to that. Come to think of it, I may take the Corvette up there just for a Sunday afternoon or something.
That's a good idea.
I'll take
Buick. course, I don't want to come home with all the prizes.
Well, and you
gotta
would.
listen,
There's
yeah.
no doubt about it. InWheelTime invites you to join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live show about all things automotive. When we thank you for joining us today. Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. The good old days of buying a car. Shall we reminisce?
Yeah. Let's look at this. Let's get this opened up here, Michael. You can give me a hand on your end. Crud. Let's go back to the beginning.
No, I see.
There you go. There
Good
you
old
go.
days of buying a car.
So these are
Did you say crud?
Yeah, crud. Yeah,
crud. I like
I
crud.
can say that on radio. Just look at the Maronis. I mean, these are a lot of good things that people were offering back then. You can see that there's a Mustang, and this rascal is a Mach 1. You got
What
a
year
sport
is it?
roof. Well, this should be around a 70, I believe. It doesn't actually give the dates on it. I've been looking. It does the dealership name and things of that nature. But you got wide over belted tires. You got the Acapulco blue tint on the windows, all that good stuff. And then that's a picture of the car. This came from Greenville, Texas, in the Frank Hudson Ford in Greenville, Texas. So that's where that Maroni comes from. And you can see all the cool stuff.
$35,228.
No, $3,500.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said 35,000.
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. But you can see that the 428 is $357.
Sport deck rear seat was $76.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. You got some cool stuff here. Oh, look at that Corvette.
That's
soft
gotta
gray
be
tinted.
Is that a 69?
Could be. Yeah. It's the GM Overseas Distribution Corporation. So it's Fifth Avenue, New York. So was that one going overseas somewhere possibly?
Probably.
Don't know. But it's the St. Louis, Missouri
Yeah.
vehicle. That's where they were building that
and
one.
that's $2,300.
Yep. Then this one here, you got the old Nova Chevy 2, black trim, free of charge, of course. 4-speed transmission.
No, Malibu SS 8
Sport
Coupe.
Yeah. But I say Nova, I was mistaken. Black trim, but look, you got $188 for the 4-speed transmission. You got $202 for the 350.
That's interesting. So they charged for the 4-speed. I guess they didn't charge for the automatic.
Yeah.
350 horsepower V8.
Yep. And of course, the next one, you got a Pontiac here. Now, this one's a little deceiving. I was looking at this one. The description is not for a convertible in this particular one, but they threw a convertible picture up on there. Power door locks. This is when you're getting all the fancier stuff. The power this, power
See,
that.
now this one here, turbo automatic transmission, they charge you $227. That's the most expensive add-on on it.
Yeah.
So did they also charge, did they even offer a manual transmission?
It's very possible they did, but I don't know if this is actually matching that. So it could be. And then you got your tires. You got your G7814 white wall or white letter. White wall, white
G7814.
And they're fiberglass too, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you got Bale Chevrolet in Little Rock, Arkansas. Look at that rascal. That's a nice little car. That's a sleeper there.
Is that a 63?
Could be. Well, it could be. Impala 8 2-door sport coupe again. Base price is
$27,000. Yeah. But look, it's a hardtop, and it's a 2-door hardtop.
Mm-hmm. Yep, steel belt
equipment. Look, permanent antifreeze was a $5 upcharge.
You know what that is today? About $40,000. So these are just some things you can find on the internet. Looking at them all, it's kind of fascinated me to see, because you always talk about Maronis. You're always looking at things that you can buy as options and what it has here and what it's not going to take. So.
And these are old Maronis that the window stickers,
right? These are actual window stickers.
Used to call them. Yep. But notice that there's no EPA stuff on it, miles per gallon, none of that stuff that's on a Maroni today.
But
it's one page. It doesn't take up 2 pages.
It doesn't take up the whole rear window.
You will see destination charges on these too. They're right up top, $74 destination charge up there. So they were hitting you back then, Mike.
Yeah, but not the $1,500 that they're charging you today.
Here's a 70 Mustang. So this one's actually true form. Sport roof, an 8-cylinder package, vinyl high back bucket seats, color keyed carpeting. Oh boy.
Ooh, tachometer and trip odometer.
Look at that
for an additional 50.
4-speed manual transmission drag pack.
Oh,
$259.
So in other words, it's got some special gearing inside of it.
Them gears going on, and you've got 5122 will take it out the door. So
that's expensive.
There you go.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Time now for Mr. Mars to do the driving destinations. You got about 5 minutes there, Mr. Mars.
I could do it. So I wanted to start with, when we start talking about fall road trips, everybody thinks changing colors in the woods and the trees and the leaves and all that stuff.
We don't. They ain't from these parts.
No, they're not, because we don't have the trees. But you generally don't go by yourself. You generally have to bring somebody you like, or maybe even your spouse to go along on these.
Or maybe somebody
you like, or maybe even your spouse.
So one of the places that you can go on these road trips in your sports car, because you want to enjoy driving the road and you want to provide some scenery for them. So the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now this is 469 miles of mountain curves that winds between the Shenandoah and the Great Smoky Mountain National Parks. So you got sweeping overlooks, tunnels, you got bank turns, and that's where you get into the fall, where you get the red maples, the golden hickories, and the orange oak trees that are going to provide you with all the color and the scenery, because you're going to be going through some elevation shifts that you can change these colors. And it's really considered one of the drives you should make before you drive if you're an enthusiast driver. Best time to go is late October. Sir?
Drive before you die.
Yep. So the Cherahola and Nantahala National Forest. I said this 3 times right. 43 miles to the Cherokee Forest, and it goes from 900 feet above elevation to 5,000 feet. So that's where you get your mix of elevation. You get sweepers and the pavement that you can actually make some time on these high altitude curves. Got a lot of panoramic outlooks so that your companion can see all the pretty trees as they go by at a high rate of speed. Best time to go is late October to see all the colors that are in there. Then the third one is the Talamina National Scenic Byway. Now this runs through Oklahoma and Arkansas, 54 miles, and it goes through the Ouachita Mountains with a lot of sweepers. Again, the ridgetop view. So you go over the top and you can see these vast areas there that's got all the changing colors in it so that you can keep the other half of the car happy. Got plenty of oaks and reds and the golden hickories and the cool temps that really make it nice to make this fall ride. And it's really popular on motorcycles. But again, cars really have a good time in this run. Now, this one caught my attention. It's in Arkansas, Highway 23. It's called the Pig Trail Scenic Byway.
That's the one I want to go on.
Yeah.
Squeal like a pig.
Yeah, it sneaks through the Ozark Mountains between Ozark and Eureka Springs. So it's right there outside of Eureka Springs, a very popular destination for tourists.
She's got a real cute nose.
You got tight turns, technical curves, a lot of elevation changes. That, again, in October, as you go through these elevation changes, you can see the forest canopy and see all the changing colors in it. And this really comes in whenever you get into Turner Bend and close to the Mulberry River. And one thing about this road, it really has a strong connection with the University of Arkansas Razorbacks because it runs between central Arkansas and it drops down in the northwest Arkansas area so that they go to the football games and go to the university. Best time to go mid-late October. Now, while we're up in Arkansas, Scenic Highway 7. Now, I've been on parts of this for several times, and that's 290 miles from El Dorado to Hot Springs to Harrison, Arkansas. Now, it goes through the mountains and the river valleys again. Got a lot of elevation changes, corners. Got a lot of small town stops, kind of like you would see on the Pig Trail. And during mid-October, again, a lot of color changes in the forest through there because of the oaks and the maples, etc. And it's in the Ouachita Mountains, and so it's a great time to go through this autumn road trip. And its best time is mid to late October to go up through there. It's a great run. It really is. I've been on part of that. And that is some destinations you can take your sports car in with some colorful scenic areas to keep the other half of the car happy.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mars. InWheelTime Car Talk continues after this quick break.
You've waited all summer, and it's finally here. The Tailpipes and Tacos Fall 25 Cruise-In Car Show. It's been a while, but the popular Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In returns to the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, Saturday, October 18th. Make any donation to Shirley's Kids and get a free breakfast taco. There'll be mimosas and Bloody Marys, too. Get to the best cruise-in of the year. Tailpipes and Tacos Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. Cruise in, make a donation of any amount, and grab a free Loopy Tortilla breakfast taco. Tailpipes and Tacos only happens at at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, 703 West Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of the Katy Freeway. Join the car camaraderie and your car will automatically compete for one of 3 chili pepper trophies at no charge. Fall is here, and what better way to celebrate than with a free taco at Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In Car Show, Saturday, October 18th, 8 to 11 a.m. It's the cruise-in you won't want to miss. Lupi Tortillas, Tailpipes and Tacos in Katy.
Time to fire up those engines and pay tribute to the folks who make freedom possible. Bastrop's own Heroes in Hot Rods is rolling in for Veterans Day weekend. Friday night, downtown cruise. Saturday, 400 of the coolest rides in Texas. Proceeds help veterans, shelters, food pantries, and scholarships. Sponsored by Craig's Jewelry. November 7th and 8th, Main Street, Bastrop. Don't miss it.
That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.